And a dream season for the Detroit Lions that turned into a nightmare last night, Hannah, courtesy of the Washington Commanders. Detroit, the 1 seed, one and done. Second quarter, Commanders down 7-3, trying to change that. Jayden Daniels has time. De'Ami Brown has hands. 42-yard gain, Commanders driving. Later, second and goal from the 2, Brian Robinson. Commanders take the lead 10-7. All right, we got Lions ball now on the Washington 2. Jared Goff faking the handoff, finds Sam Laporta. Goff falling down, Laporta. I just need one hand. That's all I need. Watch it again. Oh, the nice snag, the layout. Lions up 14-10. Later in the second, Commanders ball on their own 41. Daniels throwing the screen to Terry McLaurin, and this is why Terry is scary. Breaks a tackle, 58-yard touchdown. 15 receiving TDs this season, including the playoffs. 3 more than any other player in a season in Washington franchise history. They're up 17-14. Later, Lions ball at their own 18. Jared Goff has time, but he sails that one high to Quan Martin, who plays for the Washington Commanders. And he goes, and he's still going. Pick 6. Commanders up 24-14, but watch. Goff got leveled on the return. He would head to the medical tent, but he would come back into the game. So next Lions drive, Teddy Bridgewater, now in at quarterback for the Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs gets it and flips it to Jameson Williams, and Jameson Williams is a fast man. He's got room to run, and he sees the end zone, and he starts celebrating right here. 61 yards. Lions make it a 24-21 game. Goff on the sidelines, loving it. Under 3 minutes to go in the half, same score. Commanders ball, Daniels going deep. He just flicks it. Brown again, 38 yards. Commanders driving. Later, third and goal from the 6. Daniels is like, yo, Zach Ertz, catch that for me. Washington dropped 28 points in the second quarter alone. Commanders up 31-21 at the half. 31-21 is a good Prince album. Third quarter, Lions at the Commanders 27. Goff to David Montgomery, who gives it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who runs it for 20. A unique, well-executed trick play designed by the Lions there, and they are driving. Now, they got second and goal at the 8. Give it to Gibbs. Why not? Because he can do whatever he wants to do. Lions make it a 31-28 game. To the fourth quarter. Same score. Commanders going forward on fourth down. But wait. See, there's 12 men on the field. You were only allowed 11. Costly error by Detroit gives the Commanders a first down. Now second and goal from the 1. Robinson again, his second TD of the night. Commanders up 38-28. Later in the fourth, Lions from their own 46. Trying another trick play. Williams going to throw it, but he throws it to the other team. Trick play going wrong. 8.5-point underdog. They take it. The Commanders over the Lions. NFL analysts Herm Edwards and Damien Woody are here. So, Damien, how would you describe what you saw from Jayden Daniels last night?
Stone cold killer.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, it just, watching Jayden Daniels, coach and I would talk, it doesn't seem like that young man has a pulse.
No.
Nothing phases him. The Detroit Lions, they came after him over 50% of his dropbacks. Didn't phase him. Pressure the D-line. Didn't phase him. All he did was just utilize his legs, dropping, deep balls on that Detroit Lions defense. And, man, it's just rare when you see a rookie quarterback come in the league and play the way he's playing. I've never seen anything like it. Never. I've never seen a quarterback come in and do the things he's doing.
Well, he's in uncharted waters, Jayden Daniels, right now. He's making history as a rookie quarterback. There's no doubt about that. But when you look at this game and you boil it down, think about this. At times, the Detroit Lions showed an urgency on offense to make some plays and got close. But the Detroit defense wasn't at their best. And a lot of that had to do with quarterback Jayden Daniels. Right. But when you think about it, they turned the ball over 5 times, and they gave up 45 points at home. Detroit Lions. You're not going to win a lot of games doing that. I don't care who you are. They won a game this year, turned the ball over 5 times against Houston. But at home, they turned it over 5 times. And their defense at times just gave too many big plays up to Washington, right? I mean, they gave up 45 points at home.
We talked all week leading up to this how difficult it would be for Washington to play in that environment. It's so loud, it's crazy, it's going to go crazy. So what happened?
You know what happens, and he knows this, when you go on the road and you score points, the crowd they get tired. And Washington had a good plan. You know what they did? They didn't huddle. The crowd gets tired of hollering when you don't huddle. You just keep playing. You never get in a huddle. They didn't huddle. They kind of huddle, and they went fast. They just kept going. That takes the crowd out of it. They had a really good game plan.
Washington does a lot of that. They've done a lot of that this season. Coach is right. When you're kind of in this, what they call a muddle huddle, where you're not in the traditional huddle, you're at the line of scrimmage. And Jayden Daniels is calling the play. Boom. Let's run the play. Crowd noise doesn't really affect you at that time. So it's a really poised group.
Commanders, they get the winner of Rams-Eagles. That's coming up later in the NFC Championship game. It'll be next week. Gentlemen, thank you much. We'll see you back here shortly.
Yeah, here in Atlanta with Atlanta's own Harry Douglas breaking it down. The two-time defending champs hosting C.J. Stroud, Ohio State alum, and this was a wild beginning.
Well, you do not want to spot Patrick Mahomes in that offense, any kind of field position. That's exactly what the Houston Texans done with that first kickoff return by Remigio. And just when you thought you got a turnover, no, you did not get one.
Yeah, Chris Boyd thought he had it. Indeed, it was Samaje Perine recovering it. What do you think happened here?
Yeah, he was excited, letting his coach know that I am that guy. Little did he know that they didn't recover the football, Hannah.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate beginning. Chiefs get a field goal. It's a 3-0 lead. Now the Chiefs are up 6-3, and this was a Mahomes to Kelce night.
Yeah, this is Al-Shaair, the linebacker for the Houston Texans, not playing his zone correctly. Travis Kelce wide open. That's going to hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, and that happened a few times. Now it's 13-6. Texans 3rd and 6 from the 19. And Stroud, he was just under duress, under pressure this entire game.
And a great job by him trying to go pick up that first down, in which he did, because the Houston Texans desperately needed it.
And they desperately needed a big game from Joe Mixon, dealing with injury, coming into this one. He gets into the end zone for 6. That was a gutty, long drive, couple of penalties there. But then this was an absolute killer. Kaimi Fairbairn had a terrible night.
I'll tell you this, when you're going against a team who's won back-to-back Super Bowls, you don't need to help them win the football game.
No margin for error. And here we go, Mahomes to Kelce over the middle again as Kelce finishes with 7 receptions, 117 yards.
I think history has told us if you leave Travis Kelce one-on-one with a corner or a safety, he's going to win that matchup 10 times out of 10.
Speaking of history, it doesn't get more powerful than those two women in the box. Couple of plays later, 3rd and goal from the 11, and this was absolutely vintage Mahomes. Look at that to Kelce. Come on.
We call this Mahomes magic. This is why he's the standard in the National Football League, Hannah, because he makes plays like this over and over and over again.
Kelce, 9th career postseason game with 100-plus receiving yards, passing Jerry Rice. Texans trying to get something going. And George Karlaftis was just teeing off on him.
3 sacks yesterday. Shout out to that defense. 8 sacks totally. The Houston Texans could not live up to the billing when it came to the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, I mean, the Chiefs go on to win 23-14. So on we go to yet another AFC Championship game. And you know what Patrick Mahomes called Travis Kelce afterwards, and that's playoff Trav. He somehow emerges in the postseason. What happens? What kind of switch gets turned on there?
Well, some people are just born and destined for greatness, and that's Travis Kelce 100%. When you look at his duration of his playoff history, over 170 receptions, over 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns. But yesterday, when a lot of people thought that Travis Kelce, he's getting old, he can't move like he used to move. Well, all he needed it to be was a playoff setting, and that's exactly what Kelce did. Showed up and showed out for his football team, Hannah.
Yeah, listen, as long as you save it for when it counts, who cares?
That's
what
all that
you
matters.
Look like in the regular season. As for the defense, listen, this was very painful to watch, I'm sure, for all the Ohio State alum that are here in town for the national championship. We know how good C.J. Stroud could be. Yeah. He was under pressure that entire game. Do you attribute that as much to Spags' defense as Houston's offensive line play, or what did you see last night?
I think a little bit of both. When you look at the Houston Texans this entire season, C.J. Stroud was sacked the second most in the National Football League, only behind Caleb Williams with 52 sacks. So it's kind of been the Texans' MO all season long. But let me talk about that bad man, Steve Spagnuolo, as a defensive play caller. At the right times and the right moments, it seems like year in and year out in a playoff setting, he dials up the right blitzes. He gets his guys one-on-one amongst the offensive line. And we seen like yesterday, 8 sacks. Those big boys up front are going to eat. Big guys need 11 too, Hannah.
I know they do. It's not just you little guys.
Exactly.
It's not just the skill players. They pressure Stroud on a career-high 23 dropbacks. Man, Houston has some work to do on that line in the offseason.